Yeah, or just sitting in the studio, whatever,
Yeah,
whatever.
we can all be in the same spot at the same time, record. That'll be live.
Yeah,
And
that'll
then
be dope.
yeah, that'll be live. All right, what's good,
Yo,
beloved? It's your boy at Mr. New Lou, 1/3 of Three Black Dads podcast. Man, thank y'all for tuning in again. It's episode 9. Uh, thank y'all.
yo, what it do is Chuck at Chucky Sings the Blues, 1/3 of the Three Black Dads, back here with my brothers.
And you already know it's LB. You know, you can call me Matt, Coach Matt. You know, check me out at TikTok, LB903 King. You dig what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get to it.
Yo, so uh I know last week we did say we was gonna start I was gonna start with the hot list, but I think we're gonna start with uh the topic that we was discussing, the 5 things that you pray for as a black
Mm,
father.
mm.
Yeah.
Since we
Heavy.
are all God fearing Christian men, let's get the heavy lifting out the way, man.
Ooh, can I go
Ooh,
first?
ooh,
Yes,
wait.
sir. Turn
Let me
up.
go ahead and go first. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just gonna down my list. First of all, the main thing I pray for my kids is health. You know, good health. You know, number two, life of success and productivity through God. Uh,
Mm,
let's see. I also got protection from anything that's not of God. Um, let's see. I pray that I'm able to guide them on a path, you know, to where they become God fearing and to be able to produce generational success and wealth.
Mm.
And
mm,
one of the most things I just pray that I'm
mm,
able to uh, cherish and enjoy the time that I have with them. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing. You know, we get caught up in the moment of working so much and I have to find time to slow down and I ask God to let me slow down and cherish the moment. Like, today I took my daughter to go get her hair done. B already know yesterday, I was taking her hair down. You know what I'm saying? And for me, that's a moment that, I'ma always cherish because, I'm taking her hair down, I'm talking to her and everything. We
So B
watching
was
movies.
I called B was greasing the scalp. I
Yeah,
say,
you know what
man,
I'm
you
saying?
dad, my boy dad of the year. Yes,
Yeah, man.
sir.
Hey,
yes,
Yes,
sir.
I was doing my
sir.
dad duties, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
You know what I'm
That's how
saying?
it
That's that
go.
dad hustle right there. But I pray that, I'm able to slow down and cherish those moments and enjoy them while I can, while I got the mind frame to do it because, I'm a true believer that, something everybody wants and never have enough of is time. So you
What
gotta
is
make the most of yours. So that's my 5 things that I pray for as my kids. What y'all got?
Time don't wait, baby.
Nah, at all.
Chuck?
Yeah,
Chuck, you don't give yours, Chuck?
yeah, I'll go next. Okay, first is of course health and safety.
Mm-hmm.
Uh and protection. Um Two, I do want my children to have uh educational opportunities or opportunities for growth and development as far as stability and as far as financial stability, as far as mental stability. Um, I also want them to have a sense of pride in who they are. I pray for that. That they can find who they are and what their purpose is in God.
Yeah.
Um, and I I pray that they have peace within God and that they develop a positive relationship. Um, and I pray that they allow everyone around them that they understand the impact that they can have on the people around them and understand the things that they can learn from the people that preceded them too. Uh, all of the elders, mothers, grandmothers, aunties, uncles. I
What?
think it's important for them to understand the importance of that sense of community and that sense of family. That was 5, right?
Now, so when you said relationship, it was close. I don't know who's counting. When you said relationship, were you saying like a relationship with God or the relationship they have with people on a regular basis?
Relationship they have with God and the relationship they have through God with other people.
Word. I can dig it. I can dig it. That mean my turn?
It
Yeah,
should.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, of course it is.
all right. All right. So my list is a little bit different. Because when we originally came with the topic, it wasn't just for children. Our children, it was the 5 things that we prayed for. But here's what I wrote down. I wrote this down, I think, a couple weeks ago. The first thing on my list, it was because I wrote it down. Hey, who y'all gonna trust? Tell me, who y'all gonna trust? The guy who just started taking notes today, or the guy who been taking notes the whole time?
Well,
This guy right here.
if you look at the end of the last episode, I actually mentioned the topic, and you said, "No, B, wait a minute, B, we gonna save." I said, "Oh,
Yeah,
I
you're
said
right.
to be continue." Man,
Right,
listen to me. You
right.
gonna
We'll
tell
go
me this
back.
man remembers
We'll
what
go
they
back.
do.
We'll go back and look at the episode. But can I get my list though? Y'all get
Hey,
y'all list.
if I
And
said,
I didn't interrupt.
hey, you owe me a
Hold on.
steak dinner. Go ahead, my bad. Hey,
And I
let's
didn't
put a steak
interrupt.
on it.
So
Let's put a
the
steak
fans
on it. You
though,
cooking
I
straight
didn't
up the
interrupt
grill.
y'all. All right. So first, every day I pray for my wife and kids. Every day, right? When I leave out, that's actually a part of my commute to work. Is I make sure I spend that time talking to God and praying for my wife and children. And I essentially pray for the same thing every single morning. I pray for traveling grace that they get to and from school. I pray for their safety. I ask the Lord to keep a hedge around them all day long. Keep them focused on what they got to do. Continue, like with my wife, continue to show her favor on her job. Continue to show my children favor with their teachers. Things of that nature. The next one I put for physical and emotional strength. That was a personal prayer for me. That's one of the things I pray for on a regular basis. Y'all know the health stuff. Like I ain't really gotta go into all that, but physically, and believe it or not, when you go through a crazy health situation, it can take a toll on you mentally and
Man,
emotionally. And I've had moments of that, and so
bro.
I pray for strength. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, man. It's one of those things that you don't think about until it actually happens. And so I realized that's something I had been neglected. So I make sure I pray for that. Of course, my spiritual strength. Like I want to make sure that I am, as I continue to walk with Christ, that I'm getting stronger. I'm getting closer to Christ. I'm getting more knowledgeable about Christ. So when those opportunities come for me to share Christ or even defend Christ don't need me to defend him. But in those moments where I need to make sure that I'm knowledgeable enough and strong enough to be able to handle those conversations with love, of course, but be able to handle those conversations. My next one is to prosper economically. I want to be somebody who can help start creating generational wealth for my family. And that to me that's a big thing right now. It's not something I've actually really thought about until recently. Not recently, but the last 5 to 7 years to be able to prosper economically, so that my last one can come true. So my last prayer can be answered, and my last prayer is simply to be a blessing to other people, like the people that I come in contact with, my friends, my family, strangers. I want to be able to bless them in the best way possible. That could be financially. That can just be through presence. Like I want Christ's light to shine through me so that I can be a blessing to those folks. Just as I go about my daily life, and whatever that means in that moment, right? That's kind of, I think that's more than 5 because I kind of got them grouped into like 2s, but my list is like 5. So that's my 5, man. What's up?
I wanna go back to what you were saying about the like how you pray for physical and spiritual strength.
Yeah,
That what you said?
yeah,
And like, going through the health issues and the health battles and when you're in that vulnerable space and you're not able to uh and you're physically limited, the psychological toll that takes on you.
bro,
Yeah,
bro.
I want to talk about that. As a man, I seen I seen something where Deion Sanders was talking about his issues, and he was saying how humbling it was for him being a superstar athlete and always being the one that was carrying everyone
Right.
to having to literally be carried to the restroom.
Ooh.
And the psychological toll that took on him, which I could relate to. I'm sure you could relate to.
I got a
So,
story I would never tell, but I can relate.
I do too.
I can
I do too.
y'all talk about how I like to share too much. That story would never get told.
I'm gonna write a book.
Never.
I'm gonna write a book about mine.
Well,
But yeah, I do too.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea, Chuck.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Your story is crazy.
Yeah, it's
right?
nutty.
Like that's not a bad idea.
It's
You
crazy,
should.
crazy, bro. Speaking
Y'all
of
both should.
crazy stories, bro. Like, okay, man, I'm gonna say this on.
Are we gonna do
And
it?
B, don't forget to answer the
Wait,
question Chuck had too.
what question? What was the question?
Yeah, go ahead before I go into
No.
this. But go ahead.
No. Go into no. Chuck pretty much asked you in regards to as far as the mental aspect and the mental toll it takes on you, as far as going through a health issue or a health scare, and how you, I guess, were able to bounce back from that mentally. I guess the stage of going through it and then actually being able to get over, because it's almost like you told me, B, we just had a conversation just yesterday when I was talking about getting my operation done with my lipoma, and you were telling me how you came to the mind frame of being strong and understanding that what is meant for you is meant for you. So Chuck, if you got that story, Chuck, hit that story, but B, make sure you come back because I want to hear what you got to say about it.
Let me. All right, I'm gonna hit it because I told you I want to fall back on this one. But yeah, that's a good point, B. I appreciate that, man. So I when I was in the hospital, I was in the hospital for. Matter of fact, Chuck, you and I were in the hospital probably around the same time.
Y'all were.
Y'all were the same. Well, now you was in longer than. Well, you had a couple stints, I think.
B was in there longer, but Chuck, you had went in because I remember when B went in, Chuck, you went in, and Bad, he ended up going in. So all three of y'all was in at the same time.
So here's my thing. Here's when because everybody around me was kind of freaking out. My wife, rightfully so, right? Like she was kind of going through a whole lot. My mom and dad. My dad tried to be tough, but he had those moments too. You know what I'm saying? You see your oldest. I can relate because I have children now. So to see if I saw my oldest in the situation I was in, I probably break down. Ain't no problem. I would break down.
Yeah.
But me personally, I never broke down, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's not because I'm super strong, by the way. I ain't no super nothing. But I just remember being in the hospital, and what I was doing every single day in the hospital. I get up, I pray. I mean, it's literally nothing to do. Like when you're waiting for your surgery, there's nothing to do. My wife's at work. I'm in there sitting down, chilling, eating turkey sandwiches. It's like staring at the wall because I didn't feel like watching TV. But then what I started doing, I started having daily devotion. I started reading my Bible. I started praying every day, and I would fast. I was fast for a time period. I think I'm gonna lift this out when I was talking to you, B. I was fast for a short time period a day, and then it was revealed to me. It was like, hey man, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. Like if you trust me, what you worry, which ain't no need for you to worry. If you trust me, ain't no need for you to worry. And I just remember hearing that clearly, and it was like you know what, right? If this is it for me, I've given my life to Christ. So as a believer, I believe that I'm gonna be with him in heaven anyway, right? And if I'm still here, right? God wouldn't bring me this far and just to abandon me. So at that point, it's just like, what's the point of being fearful, right? Like, there's no point of being nervous. Because I remember when the doctor came in, it was like, when they were telling me about the surgery and asking me was I nervous, I was like, nah, let's go. Like I'm ready. Let's go. Like take me to the. Like at no point, and I can say this with as genuine as I can be. At no point in this process did I get nervous because I just knew I was like, look, God got me, bro. Like God got me, and I remember telling that to B because B was a little nervous because B said you've never had like a real surgery, like a significant surgery, right?
Nah,
and I
I
say, man, look here, what God got for us, bro. Like if either way, I remember telling my dad this. I've been telling my dad this, and my dad I think this broke him down. I say, man, God's gonna heal me one of three ways: miraculously, medically, or permanently. And when I say permanently, that means taking me out of here and taking and ushering me into the pearly gates. But I was look at either way, I was gonna be healed, bro. One of those three ways: medically, by miracle, however I said that, and or permanently. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, once that settled my spirit, though, I'm good. But I told y'all, I told y'all, man, I didn't want to talk this much, man. So, Chuck, take it back over, bro.
It's necessary, bro. It's
I
necessary.
mean, he asked you a question though.
Yeah, I asked you a question, bro. But I was saying, like, yeah, I can relate because I spent a long time in the hospital, and then after my injury, like I, like you were saying, like just laying in the bed, but I couldn't move, bro. Like I didn't have, I wasn't getting like no type of physical therapy or nothing, bro. But like they would come in my room probably once a week and just be like, okay, you're all right. Everything that I had to do as far as rehab for like in the crucial times for
Right.
like the first 3 weeks, I had to pretty much do on my own. So like I'm like completely paralyzed from the chest down. My fingers, like my hands were like this, bro, like stuck. Like I couldn't straighten them or nothing. I couldn't lift anything. Like, and then it was like I could see when you look back. It's like I could see God in the whole process.
Yeah.
Like from the time that I got injured, like even and throughout. But I remember I was laying in the hospital bed and I was worried about my classes because I was taking 8-week courses and I got hurt on the date that my last classes started, bro, for me to graduate. And then like so a few days later my mom was like this right after I had surgery. And I'm laying there, can't move, and she like, so you gonna cancel your classes? And I was like, no. Calmly. Calm like that. Like, and she was like, so she was like, what you gonna do? I was like, I'm gonna graduate and walk across the stage.
Right.
And she looked at me, she kind of looked, and she said, okay, let's do it. And from then on, like it's like when I seen the look on her face where she was like, oh, he's serious? Oh, okay. Like, I believe you can do it. That carried me through. And I can see like I could see different moments where what God was like kind of guiding me, because one night I had a nurse and this was like, and I was in ICU pretty much the whole time I was in the hospital, but I had a nurse and she was like, are you standing up? Have they gotten you up? And I was like, no. And she was like, you need to start standing up. And she was like, I'm gonna go get you a walker. She just went and got one somewhere. She was like, I'm gonna go grab you a walker. And you're going to go here and you're going to stand up yourself. And she was like, because ain't nobody going to get you up. Ain't nobody going to make sure. Ain't nobody going to get you back on your feet.
See what's up.
Bro, like just out of nowhere, out of nowhere. And I'm like, bro, I'm like, wait. But I needed that right at that moment, bro. Like, and I didn't know I needed it. But it was like, she just felt comfortable enough to be like, hey, nah, you finna get up. Like,
right. So I had a couple of a-hole moments in the hospital.
Oh, me too. Oh,
I was like, I'm not doing this. Get out of my face. I'm not doing rehab. You not finna poke me. You not finna draw blood. Like I had a couple of those days.
Hey, B, can I be honest with you, B? Like,
no.
I already know what's happening.
Now I'm about to do it anyway. What? During the process, I was calling, and I was checking on you. I was checking on Chuck. You know what I'm saying? I was checking on Bad. Even pops and your pops and everything. But B, like, you was just an a-hole, period, bro.
That's not, bro. That's not true. That's not true.
No, listen to me. I don't call you. Now, listen. And it wasn't just a bad thing. I understood, but when I call you, like, you was short and your replies, like, you know what I'm saying, you had an attitude at first, you know what I'm saying?
That's not true at all. When everybody call me, no. Hold on. Wait a minute.
I'll give you the opportunity to talk. I'm going to give you the opportunity. But listen to me. When I would call you, and maybe it was just me. Maybe it was just me that you was spotted to. But when I call you at times, you was grumpy. You know what I'm saying? I knew this is how I knew you was gonna be all right, B. And you know what I'm saying? Excuse my language, but when I call you and you would talk shit, matter of fact, I give you a moment. I give you a moment, bro. I actually hit up. I couldn't reach you, and I know you know what I'm about to talk about, right?
No,
I couldn't call you. You weren't answering your phone. All right.
I probably didn't
Yo,
have my phone.
I, dig this.
I could have been just out of surgery. I don't know.
Yo, T Jones told me, you know what I'm saying, that I can hit Ashley up to check on
Right.
you. I
Oh, I
hit Ashley up, bro.
Hey man, why you calling my wife?
Yeah, yeah. He said, man, hey, what you doing? Call my wife, bro. I'm
I
checking
remember
on
that.
you.
No, I remember that. I
Checking
remember
on
that.
you.
I do remember that. I do remember
Yeah.
that.
So
I do
when he was
remember
like
that.
that, it instantly, like, all BS aside, like, I was concerned about my brother, but when he did that, I knew that he was himself.
But
He
but
was
you know
in
what,
his.
bro? I'm gonna be real with you, dog. I'm gonna keep it 100 all the way 100. And I'm gonna go back to this real quick. And I'm gonna come in on B said. Like I was an a-hole to almost every nurse, like at some point, except for that. Ash, you remember that one old black lady? Not the heavy set. Well, she was kind of heavy set. One old black nurse, bro. She wasn't having none of it. Like if it didn't matter, what I denied and say, look, you're not you're not gonna check my blood today. I need checking my sugar. I don't have diabetes. She say, so give me your hand. Like she talked to me like I was
And
like I
that's
was her
what you needed.
like I was her son or her grandson.
Yeah.
And so after a while, I just let it be.
And
But
that's what
back
you
to
did.
back to what we were talking about. It's like, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say this without trying to sound braggadocious. That's not what I'm trying to do here. But in those moments, I find levity to be the best way to get over it because I don't feel like what I've been through, and I definitely don't look like what I've been through. And so a lot of folks will come at me and they'll get upset with me because there's certain things I just can't do because like, hey man, you doing this, you doing that, you got all this. I say, hey man, you have no idea what I've been through. But thank God I don't look like what I've been through. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying, you be treating me like an invalid. Because I remember the first time I had a stroke. Well, the first time I've only had one stroke. When I had the stroke, you remember what I told Jeremy when I woke up? So I had the stroke, hit the house, crazy face, bro. I'm talking about face drooping. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro.
The visual, bro.
That's what my face looked like. According to my wife will tell you. That's my face. My right side. My right side drooped like this. And my whole right arm swelled up. My arm swelled up. Like I couldn't move my hands. Yeah, and she said she had a very scary laugh. And so I go to the hospital. I had a quick surgery. They removed.
My boy had the Kawhi Leonard laugh.
Come on. I think that's what it sounded like.
My boy sounded like
Hey,
Kawhi
hey, talking about. I hate y'all, bro. Just so y'all know, I hate y'all. I hate y'all.
Yo.
Oh, go ahead, B. I'm listening. My bad, bro. Go ahead.
Actually, that's exactly what it sounded like. I don't know. I mean, I was having a stroke.
You put it on yourself,
Not
man.
funny.
I'm not tripping. But please, though, hold on. But back to what I'm saying, though. Like when I got, like as soon as I got out of surgery, I think either Ashley called Jeremy, or maybe he called me or something. And I was like, now y'all pardon my language. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna say it. I say, N-word. I just had a stroke. Like I was just like that. Like if to me, levity in those situations. Like look here.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
Like when you call Ashley to check on me, I know my boy not hitting on my wife because he already know if he was, I put that 380 slug in him.
Not worried about it. Not worried about it.
I know that's what you call it for, right? So I'm not. That was me trying to be funny. But that's like in those really super serious moments. I got one more. I'm gonna let Chuck take it back. I got out of heart surgery. I had my open heart surgery. My wife is. I'm coming out of the the fog of being under for like 8 hours. And the doctor talking to me, Ash talking to me, say, squeeze my hand. Do you know my name? Do you know where you at? Yeah. She asked me 1,000 questions. I can't process. So I look at her to the side of my eye. I got all this stuff attached to me, and I slip her the finger, and then she just busts out laughing. Like, that's my personality, bro. It's like
that's why I said when you did it, like, you know what I'm saying, like I knew, like, you know, I listen, I've never took it as far as the heart to where you say
I
like,
know it.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, regardless, at the end of the day, you know, Ashley, that's my sister because you my brother. But, you know, just when you did that, I was like, yeah, he okay.
Yeah.
That's
like, I need to hear that at that moment. So, you know, when you good. Yeah, when you was good, you know what I'm saying? That's why I kept going back and forth and just kind of checking on you and Chuck. Because, you know what I'm saying, I needed to hear some type of normalcy or normal to y'all at that moment. So I ain't gonna lie to you. I was not low key. I was worried about Chuck, bro. Like I told Ash, I say, I don't remember how I even found out. Maybe I talked to you and you had somebody holding the phone for you.
Yeah.
And you was like, man, I'm out here in Arizona, so I figure I get back to the house, insurance trip and whatever. And I'm sorry if I'm giving all your information away. I don't need
good, man.
I say, Ash. That's why I had the pickup truck too. I said, Ash, we might have to go to Arizona to pick my boy up. Like, but that was before all the arrangements was made. And I was low key like, we got to figure out a way to get my boy back to the H. I was legit worried. And by the way,
was crucial.
San Francisco came back. It is 24-24.
Yeah, it's 24-24. Yes, bro. It's a great game, bro. This game is epic right now.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's a great game, bro. It's been some great games, man.
Bro. Well, it's a game that happened last week that we probably need to talk about, but we not. We should. Because that's what podcasts do. Podcasts talk. We talk about these things.
Well, thank God that we're not.
We're not. We're not.
You sure?
We're not going to talk about the Texans-Ravens game last week. We're not. Even though we're a podcast that handles these different types of topics.
We talk about sports.
I mean, is it really necessary? I mean, it is.
It is.
It's so last week.
That's what we talk about.
Necessary.
That's what we do. Well, like we talked about the Cowboys, you know, the high expectations, you know.
Speaking of, Coach coming back, right?
Unfortunately.
I mean, you gotta discuss it. You gotta discuss Coach of the Year too.
Now we ain't got to say that at all.
We gotta discuss Coach of the Year, man. You have to.
You gotta have unbiased opinions about these things.
No Cowboys fan has an unbiased opinion of the NFL.
Not a single one. I don't think you can talk to a Cowboys fan and not have them get super angry about something in the conversation. And they ain't just talking about me. I'm talking about every Cowboys fan. It doesn't matter.
That's the reason why, you know, I didn't want to talk about, because some way, somehow, these conversations always get flipped about Cowboys and this.
It wasn't
You brought up about, you know what I'm saying, the Texans and them getting put in last week.
I said we were supposed to talk about them.
They always say, the past. Y'all always talking about the past. Why y'all bringing up? Listen, I'm trying to move on to this week and what's going on. The Lions and the 49ers are playing right now. The Texans didn't play
about it. All I'm saying is
the Cowboys didn't play this weekend. You know who played this weekend? The Ravens and the Chiefs, the Lions and the 49ers. That's what we need to talk about.
Did we talk about the Ravens Texas game? We didn't talk about the Ravens Texas game at all.
Let's talk about our varsity basketball team had a big district basketball win.
I saw that.
Like, you know, we can talk about that.
I saw that.
Last week, though. That's last week.
I saw that. We never saw last week.
And guess what? The Texans ain't going to show this weekend. So now, look. Now we can make up for it. The Texans ain't going to
We got to talk about Lamar Jackson catching his own pass. That's what we got to talk about.
He did what?
That boy caught his
You
own
know why?
pass.
Yeah, it got blocked. It got bad up in
It
there.
got deflected, and he snatched it out Justin Reed hand. He caught it. It kept running.
So does that count as a reception, or
That's
is
a
that
reception.
a rushing yard?
That's a reception.
I don't know.
I
I don't know.
believe.
All I know is on Prize Picks, I got my yards. I said he was gonna go. I said he was gonna go over 40, and he did. And so now all I need is this kicker from Detroit to give me one more kick.
Oh, San Francisco just went up. I don't know if I'm ahead of nobody behind.
Yeah, you ahead of me. I'm watching on football.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they went up by 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, all I need.
Purdy guys. Ooh.
Yeah. All I need is the Detroit kicker. I need the Detroit kicker to give me one more field goal.
They trying to hurt
Brock. They need more than just a field goal, 3 points, or
no, just a field goal. I'm talking about for my Prize Picks.
Extra
boys gonna put.
No, it's gotta be a field goal.
Brock say boys gonna put some respect on his name, man.
I don't know, man. I still don't believe in Brock Purdy, bro. I'm sorry.
I ain't gonna say I believe in him, but I don't think he's a slouch. I think he has the personality as a player to be great. Like Brock Purdy. I just think he's scrappy.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
He's scrappy. He seems like a scrappy player. Like, you know, you have players like with that type of personality where they scrappy, where they gonna do what it takes to win. They're gonna do what it takes to win, no matter what they need to do.
You know what that sounds like? You know what that sounds like? That's what they tell white defensive players when they say that he's got a high motor. That's what that sounds like.
I mean, yeah, but some players do have a high motor. Just like JJ Watt. JJ Watt was a player that had a high motor his whole career.
He's got an elite intelligence of the game. That's how they describe. I'm telling you, that's how they describe white players. And they describe when they describe black players. Oh man, he's explosive. Like it's Like it's.
I mean, it's a narrative, but you know why they push that narrative.
Pay attention to how they describe certain players. Like white players is always something cerebral. Black players is always something physical. You rarely hear them talk about the cerebral aptitude of a black player.
They have to do it with CJ.
Rarely.
They have to do it with CJ and they have to do it with Lamar.
They didn't want to do it with Lamar. They wanted to make Lamar receiver.
CJ ain't got no choice.
CJ, look at it. CJ is a babyface assassin, bro.
Yeah.
He looks
Steph Curry on the football field.
He looks like a chubby 8th grader, like throwing passes out there. That's what he looks like.
Chubby 8th grader.
That's what he looks like, a chubby 8th grader. But my boy balls out.
Yeah.
My boy balls out.
Certain players.
I'm proud to be a Texas fan with the new influx of talent we got with the coaching staff. I'm hoping we don't lose too much, but it's the NFL, bro.
See, he has that grit too that I'm talking about, like that, just that mentality, bro. Like that, I'm not gonna be stopped. Which is the same mentality we was talking about as far as like our physical health and getting back and getting our strength back. I got a boy. Like, it just shows it's that warrior mentality, bro. I got a boy who was talking about that the other day. He tore his Achilles, bro. He never seen a doctor. My boy limped for a year. And healed up, and now he walking normal.
Man, but that scar tissue off of that boy. I bet you feeling out type of pain.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, straight up. That scar tissue is, boy.
Oh. Depending on what you do, that ligament can. I've heard that it can heal itself.
It can heal itself.
It can heal itself.
I mean, generally that's what happens, but
if it's not a complete tear.
Yeah, if it's not a complete tear. But generally that's what happens. They just, rest it or make you just not put any pressure on it, wear boots or whatever.
Right.
But you
don't necessarily have to go through that super invasive surgery, but the society we live in, especially because the people who tear their ACLs the most are athletes. They want to get back to their sport. They want to get back to they're either the opportunity to make money or back to the paycheck. They want to get back as soon as possible.
But it just shows how crazy the human body is, man. Like how how our bodies are designed to heal themselves.
Yeah.
And it's like our mentality has a lot to do with that. Like, and people don't understand the connection. Like, in going through this, it made me more. I mean, I understood it being an athlete, but it made me more so understand it.
More
The
aware of it.
connection between your mind and your body, and how powerful your body can be because of how strong your mind is,
Did you
or
see that?
how you will yourself.
Did you see that?
Oh no, I'm
That
about
boy
to.
literally threw a pick, and the receiver snatched it away from him. That's
I'm
crazy.
not.
The playoffs are different, bro.
Oh yeah,
The
playoffs different.
playoffs
Playoff
are different.
football is
Like
yeah.
I think that's when you find out who like the dogs are. Cause they got boys out here playing like literally like they playing for their life.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I like the NFL playoffs. I don't care who playing. That's why I don't get into college basketball until March Madness. I don't college basketball really don't just move me
You
until it's
can't.
time for me. I said for me,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
don't move me right until they get to March Madness. And it's like you see the pain and agony of losing. You see the like when you got a Cinderella team knock off a 1 or 2 seed, like it's becoming more and more common now. Like it's
Yeah, it
like
is.
the playoff
Boys,
movement, bro.
brackets be busted
But
by the second
it was
set
who
of
was that?
games, man. By
Who
the
was that a
Sweet
couple years
16.
ago? The first 16 seed, was it BCU? It wasn't BCU. Who was it, bro?
VCU had a run though one year, and it was
Yeah,
another.
yeah.
It was another one. They was dunking or something crazy. Gulf Coast something. I don't even know the name of
Yeah,
the school.
Yeah. Go Coast Community. No, community. Go Coast College. The one community
Yeah,
college. I
hey,
know you talking
they
about.
were
B. I know you
throwing
talking about.
alleys and going between their legs and
And
all kind of crazy.
now watch this. I bet the cold part is every last one of them probably could have went D1, but had terrible grades.
Nah, hey, you know what? A lot of times
Terrible grades.
it just be political, bro. Cause it be a lot of talented guys. They just get lost in the sauce.
So I would say this. That's still partially true now. It was more true when we played, but these kids are so exposed to every corner of the country when it comes to major D1s, right? You got YouTube clips, you got kids putting out mixtapes of baseball, football, and basketball, whatever sport they play.
Bro,
So they're more exposed. They're more exposed now. So I'm telling you,
Hey, speaking
imagine
of,
if
man,
we had the transfer portal when we were in school
no,
playing ball.
and speaking of, if y'all haven't already, be sure to go check out some highlights. I'll send y'all some huddle highlights of my of athletes at Tennehaw ISD. Most definitely got plenty of athletes out there that that putting numbers in on the football field and basketball. And be sure to
Or
check out athletes at Liberty Outlaw ISD as well. There's a lot of
hey,
athletes up there that's putting in work and they need that exposure. So athletes from Tennehaw, LEISD, be sure to tag your highlights on the post and everything so we'll be able to share them. And if you see those highlights, make sure anybody share those highlights and check them out. Coaches and all. I just had to get that in.
now I agree with
yeah,
that
yeah,
sentiment
word.
100%. But I do have a
Word.
question. Is there a particular reason why you want just those 2 schools? Do you have any affiliation?
Well, I mean, I could say Tennehaw, yes. I do have affiliation in Tennehaw, you know what I'm saying? So let's keep it a buck. I coach there. You know what I'm saying?
All right, that's all I'm waiting on. So, all right,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
all
I
my
coach there.
Tennehaw folks, my boy did not want to bring it up ever, and I was
Well,
just like,
the
when he
reason why,
started,
because you got
I know
crazy
why,
people out here,
I know
man. You know
why,
what I'm
I
saying?
know why,
But
I know
they
why.
already know I rock with them and everything. Shoot, them boys
That's right, that's right.
been going off on the basketball court. Not to mention on the girls' side, the girls is actually ranked number 1, number 2 in the state. They was actually coming down there and beating some
So
4A and
time
5
out.
Houston basketball
So let
schools.
me say this. So let me say this. I wanted to say this a while ago, but I knew B was gonna throw a fit if I did. Hey man, I want to say first and foremost, I don't know nobody at Tennehaw except Coach Matt. But let me send a shout out to the football team. I didn't get to do that because B was tripping. Football team for going super deep in the playoffs. Let this
Yeah,
Straight
second
up.
free range
season.
Straight up. Shout out to them, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to the girls. I think they came down here and beat the Woodlands. Like
man, they don't beat a couple of
I remember following that game. I think it was the Woodlands in the 6A.
yeah.
And first off, Tennehaw got some girls that I'm like, oh my god, like y'all got twin towers out there. Y'all got 2 girls that's ball.
Yeah, yeah.
So shout out,
Yeah. They most one of them committed to SMU. She
I saw
signed a
that.
letter.
Nice.
She
I
committed
saw
to
that.
SMU.
Shout
So
out to
yeah,
That's
Tennehaw
a good
girls.
look.
and
Yeah,
the Tenderhawk boys with the most recent big district win. Coach Mac
yeah.
Coach Mac been bragging about y'all, man. So shout out. I just want to send a shout out. I've been wanting to do that just so y'all know. We're not showing y'all love. It's blame Coach Mac.
Hey,
Shout
well,
out.
once again, I always, I try to keep, this separate from, my personal aspect. But, I already put out the LB
You
903
can't.
King, Coach. They
Exactly.
not,
You can't.
Coach Mac.
Listen to
That's
me.
what it is. I love what I do.
Listen to me.
Hey, turn
Family,
up,
listen to me.
baby.
As the show grows, especially our first fans are gonna be like family. They're gonna know the whole story. So you can't keep it from them.
Yeah,
That's my that's my philosophy. That's why you gotta be transparent. But again, shout out to the entire Tenor Hall, all sports teams, Liberty Arlo, y'all handle y'all business. Y'all pushing out D1 boys out there
yeah.
consistently, man.
Now,
So,
hey, now,
so
why you playing?
shout out
Hey,
East Texas, Central Texas.
Word.
What Tenor is not considered Central Texas?
nah,
Is that
Tenor is straight up East Texas.
it's
Like,
East Texas,
all
man.
yeah,
right?
straight up East Texas. Hey,
Don't
look,
jump
hey,
down my
when you
throat. I'm
got.
just asking.
Hey, yeah, you know what I'm saying? When I started coaching, they tried to say that, because I told them I was from East Texas. They were like, man, you ain't from East Texas. You from Northeast. I'm like, nah, we East Texas. That's what they
I
like,
said,
point blank period. East Texas.
they don't even claim you.
Huh?
They don't even claim you.
Hey, listen to me. They ain't got to claim it because I know what it is. 903, what that is. You hear me? 903
Hey.
born. You hear me? You hear it all in the voice. You hear it in the language. You hear me?
In the voice.
You hear it in the voice. You hear it in the
Yeah.
language. It
My
ain't
boy
no
have
secret.
ripped the
Yeah,
903 from
for a
Jump
long
Street
time. From
since
the jump.
And just so
since
y'all
I
know,
so I met my boy. He been yelling 903 to
You
the
hear me?
top of
with
his
that
lungs. My God,
Yes, sir.
with that high pitched voice he used to have when he was in college.
Yeah,
like
hey, for real, for real.
Yeah, it
You know what I'm
was.
saying?
yeah, my boy.
He
He
had a
did
high.
have a high
Listen to
pitch.
me.
Hey, hey,
Y'all do
they
me a
still
favor.
like that.
Y'all do me a favor. Tenor Hawk. Y'all go find some of the early mixtapes. That's all I'm
Oh,
gonna say.
no.
Nah, don't
Go
do
find
that.
some of the early
Don't do
mixtapes. That's all I'm
that.
gonna say.
Don't do
That's all I'm
that.
gonna say. They already know.
Don't
They
take
Nah,
that
they,
already know.
advice.
yeah, I'm about to go on all the websites and try to find them.
And that's great. Take them all off.
Yeah, I'm trying
Don't
to
Go
take
take
them
plug
none
them
of
all
in
that.
out.
there.
Don't take that advice.
All right, what's up? What's up?
None of
What's up?
mine. Please.
Nah,
yeah,
you playing, you know what I'm saying? You got some
yeah,
classic songs
we
that I
got some
still want
stuff,
to.
man.
I don't care. Respect My Brush is still one of my favorite mixtapes that was ever dropped right there.
It's okay.
Appreciate that,
Airplane
It's
man.
mode
okay.
Hey, man. Hey,
Airplane
It's
mode
okay.
nah,
was my
I'm
jam.
a toot
It's,
my own horn on that one.
it's
That is a
okay.
class.
Airplane
I'm a
mode was
toot
my
my own
jam.
horn on that one.
It was
Yes.
good.
Respect My
Hennessy,
Breast is a
Hennessy,
solid.
Hennessy Park is my favorite.
For
Hennessy
real?
Park was legit, but
And
Respect
to
My
me,
Bruce was
to me,
it
Hennessy,
showed like the step he it was more
Hennessy Park was to me.
it was smooth all the way. Hennessy Park, you can
That's the
hear it,
point,
you know what
though.
I'm saying?
That's the point. Hennessy Park to me was raw.
It was
That's why
raw.
I like. That's why I like Hennessy Park. And then
It was
you
raw.
close it out. You close it out with your big cousin on the freestyle joint. I was
Oh,
like, oh
yeah.
nah, that was hard.
Oh, that was a magical moment, bro. Like, I
I
was
was
in
like,
the studio when he recorded
bro.
it.
I'm telling you, to
And
me, that's why I respect with him. Respect My Brush. It's I got like 4 or 5 tracks that's on my playlist, and I listen to it all the time. But that's why I'm still upset you still ain't put it on Spotify. But
yeah,
that's like,
shout out Ray Ray, man. My
yeah, Ray,
dog.
yeah,
And
Ray,
my
yeah,
brother, man.
Ray crashed that
Huh.
last track, bro.
Hey,
Ray,
bro. What's so crazy about it? We was in the studio and it was like one of those spots where it was like a studio around the way, like a couple doors down. He was he was killing it so hard they came out the studio to the room we was in. And they had music playing and everything.
yeah,
Like they came
bro,
out the studio to see what was happening. Like, hey man, like who's this bro?
bro. I'm
He
telling that
destroyed that
whole
joint.
and Chuck came on. Chuck came on with the real proper voice. Hennessy Park, Young
Hey
Park,
man. The
Nestle in the
voiceover
young
nestled.
downtown. All right, Nestle. They
Was
said
they
Nestle.
what?
What's my boy
Nestled.
said
What?
Nestle? I was like, what?
Was
Boy,
they
you
using the
don't
words?
say, boy, you
SAT
don't talk
words
like
out here.
that. No, but to me that was dope. I love Respect My Brush, but to
Brock Purdy
me,
out here running like Brett Favre, man.
hey man, that's cool. I need Detroit to get this ball back in this field goal so I can win this money. That's
What
all
you
I'm saying.
saying about respect my brush?
I love Respect My Brush, to me, I love the raw, just kill them like Hennessy Park, bro. Hennessy Park, I can tell you from Fifth Ward. I guess I shouldn't have said that. Huh? It's too late.
For Fifth Ward.
I know, but I'm telling you personally.
I mean, you could tell
the nickel.
Yeah.
The nickel out there. It was to me that was hard. And I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that track we did with Jay Scott. So I thought Scott was coming through last night. First off, you tripping. You skipped that part. You're supposed to do
about last night.
Stories about last night. That was crazy.
Hey, yeah. Okay.
Crazy.
So
that was crazy.
Okay, so to the audience, man. So my boy came and came out with me, helped me celebrate my birthday last night.
Having a good time.
Having a good time.
Y'all can check out the photos on the TikTok. What's happening?
Good drinks, good vibes. It was cool, but it was when you roaming in some areas in Houston, it can get weird.
Ooh,
and it got a little weird.
Listen to me, and I don't judge. Like, I try to make it. I try to make it a practice in life at this stage of my life, not to judge anybody. And I told you that last night. Look here, I don't know what they've been through. It could be a long week. You get it. You get it out. You exercise those demons how you got to. But it was some weird activity in the club last night, B.
I'm a self-proclaimed weird person, but
bruh,
I can't go that far.
So B, so Chuck, are you this weird though? We had my man now B. I'm gonna paint the whole picture for you. Just this one guy, because I can't do the whole crew. My guy came in. This brother was of Asian descent, right? It has no real relevance to the story. It just makes the story weirder. He came in a male person's uniform, hat and all. Yes, I see your face. Male, like he had the male satchel, like the carry the mail bag, and then he had a black baby doll with him, and he was on the dance floor, like rocking the baby doll, burping the baby doll. My wife has the picture. She's got the video. Don't show the camera. Of him on the dance floor holding the baby doll up in the air. Like, it was the weirdest thing I'd ever seen in my life. Like, it was
a lot going on, bro.
That whole squad. They had a brother there with some full pants.
Yeah.
They had a brother there
with a Rey Mysterio mask
on. With a Rey Mysterio mask on. And the whole time, to myself, I'm thinking, I love my boy Chuck. I'm thinking, man, where does Chuck have me and my wife right now?
It was some crazy. It was some other activity going on. It was a vibe in some ways. It was. In some areas of the vibe, it was like, what kind of costume party y'all coming from? What kind of costume party y'all going to?
I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. I probably would have asked, "Hey, can we just go ahead and leave?" Like, you know.
No.
If you would have seen the vibes, though, bro.
The vibe. Here's the thing, though. That was the only real weird thing that happened. The vibe of the place we went to was actually legit. Like, we was in there chilling. It got for me, like,
scenery was beautiful.
The scenery was dope. You know, it just, for me, with my condition, I'm like, after a while, I gotta go sit my butt down somewhere. Like, I can't be, they climbed upstairs, and I was like, bro, I got to the stairs, I'm sounding like Fat Al.
What was saying? Oh, man. That's my bad.
I had to go. My wife looking at me, baby, you okay? I'm like, yeah, bro. But they went upstairs. Me and Ashley went back downstairs. We sat at the bar for a little bit. Then we found some seats because it was still kind of early. It was like 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that. Or it was a little after 10, 10:30.
Yeah,
we sit down, we chilling, we vibing. It was other than the absolute weirdness of that group of people.
So you
it
said
was a vibe, bro.
You said it was an Asian dude with a black baby.
Listen
to me. Was it a black dude with a lawnmower dancing with it, like from the Chappelle Show? Long as there wasn't nothing like that going on, you good. Was it? Okay, yeah, well, yeah.
Let me say this. He wasn't black.
What they got to do with anything?
That's what I'm saying. He said it was a black dude with the lawnmower.
Oh, so he wasn't black. Okay.
Yeah, but no, they had black people in the crew. Like, but this was a very.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? You gotta let people do what they do. You know.
I mean, turn up. I'm not judging at all.
Yeah, you gotta let them
I'm a weirdo. I just ain't that weird.
This is a very eclectic group of people. Very, like, it was the dude with the mask, my man with the 4 pants, my guy with the mailman outfit. That one still threw me. Then my man in the back, he had like the little stripe. It was the striped shirt, the same striped shirt that the lawnmower dude had, but it was just like, hey man, again, I don't know your life. You had a rough week. Do your thing, man.
Whatever
like,
you need to do to decompress.
Whatever you need to do to get through, as long as it's legal. As long as it's legal, man.
You ain't bothering nobody. Turn up.
I am not here to judge, my guy.
When I see the Rey Mysterio mask, I was like, can he breathe, bro?
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like, hey, while y'all playing though, you know what I'm saying? That was it Lucha Libre? You know what I'm saying? The mask.
Lucha Libre mask.
Hey, B, when we went to what was that, Cozumel? I bought one of them things.
I remember that, but B, you not wearing.
You were wearing to the club.
You not wearing
to the club, B.
Hey, listen to me. You know what I'm saying?
To the club.
I was riding back with D one time, man. You know, I was like, say, D, you think, hey, would you be mad at me if I wore this mask down the highway? Like, I was going right down the highway with my mask on.
And you gonna get pulled over, and then we're going to see you on the news.
Nah, you got to record the next podcast with your mask on. That's what we do. The whole thing.
I got to find my mask, man. Yeah, I got my mask. It's somewhere around here.
Hey, you playing. What we really need to do is we probably need to take another cruise. I'm not going to lie to you. The cruise.
The what? A cruise?
We need to do another cruise.
I'm for that. I'm due for one.
Man, look here. That's right. Bro,
Hey, hold on, wait a minute.
Chuck was supposed
Hey, everybody, wait. Before you get off into that though, hey, check your 10 o'clock real quick. Check your 10 o'clock real quick. Hey, I'm gonna say this low, all right? Just the three of us, though. Can you see it? Just the three of us. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't going down.
I don't know if you're that loud, but my wife heard you and she said no.
It ain't going down.
No? What did he say? Wow, bro, you are loud. Either you're loud or my headphones are loud.
Your headphones loud, man. God dang, B.
She's not gonna go down,
I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Can I keep it real with y'all? This is gonna sound real corny, but it's cool. It's cool. I'm okay.
You're not going
nowhere. You a corny type of dude?
I am. I'm like Pac, man. I'm a sucker for love. Listen to me.
Ain't no wrong with it.
Listen to me, bro. I love y'all boys, man.
But you can't go nowhere without your wife. We already know.
We know, bro.
I don't want to though.
I just let you
know, bro.
Like I have more fun, and I'm better when she's around me. That sounds corny. That sounds super corny.
Nah, that's what it is.
I'm past those. Like I'm past those days of being not trying to catch. Like the only reason I go out is I'm trying to catch something.
But why we?
Hey, only thing we need to do right now is just pretty much cute Tupac. What would you do for love?
Listen to me, bro.
Like that's your life theme song right now.
This is how you stay out. This is how you stay out of trouble.
For love.
Let me tell you this.
That is how you stay out of trouble.
When you are as handsome as I am, when you go out without your wife, you just inviting trouble. So what I do, I'm serious. I'm serious.
I would say when you as handsome as I am, when you look like Charles Barkley with a fade.
When you look like Charles Barkley with a fade, and your beard is freshly trimmed. Who else could go outside with a blonde Chris coat?
Look at my face.
And with 24 karat shades?
I ain't what y'all talking about.
My guy had the long brown Trish coat. Micro suede to be exact. Let's keep that on. Micro suede to be exact.
Wait. Where you see my Trish coat?
When you went to the car dealership, my guy.
No, that wasn't the long one. That's just a little peacoat. That was a peacoat. That ain't the long joint. Oh, but you ain't. Hey, Chuck, he ain't see the hat though.
Chuck, the hat fresh. The hat fresh.
Oh, you think it's a game?
The hat fresh. Hey, you can't tell him nothing with the hat on.
Say, bro. Check me out. And I had to make a life decision when I bought that joint. I wouldn't go. So I got the new gig, right? I got the new gig. So I got.
Wife was gonna hurt.
No, she was broke. I keep telling y'all. Guess who was with me? Y'all stop playing. Guess who told me to buy it? I was like, nah, man, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna wait. And she was like, babe, if you leave it, you know when the old cat's gonna get it. You know how them old players, man.
That's real.
Them old players, bro.
Them old players gonna get it.
So that's where I got it from. So when I go shopping, I had to give me a new suit. I got me a black suit. So I went to K&G. You know shopping K&G, bro. Uncles and deacons.
Uncles and deacons
shop at K&G. so I was like, but K&G usually got some really good suits. Hey, baby girl.
Dudes that look like Melvin from Baby Boy.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. So, and the cold part is, I'm sliding through. We get ready to check out. I see the hat. Me and the old school cat see the hat. And I was like, and I'm looking. I was like, babe, if I put this down, school's gonna get it. If I put this down, school's gonna get it. So I did. I put it down. I said, man, I'm gonna let him have it. And I walk off, and he walk off. And so I was like, I ended up getting a real big discount on the suit because they had a suit sale going on. So I was like, man, my wife ran up there and got it for me. Hey, say, bro. Hey, B, when I tell you it had the one.
He was going to wrestle the hat from old school.
Hey, but he's saying though. Now at some point I'm gonna be that. At some point, that's who I'm gonna be though. I gotta embrace that.
And did he come around the corner and say, "Young blood, what you doing with that?" What you gonna take? Now what you gonna do with that right there, young blood?
You gonna be looking like Spice Adams with that hat.
You know about that, young blood?
Young blood, you don't know what to do with that right there. Bro, you don't know what to do with that right there.
I'm telling you, go into K&G. Go into K&G on any day, and you're gonna see at least 3 or 4 old school player types or deacons buying short sets.
Short sets, linen short sets with the sandals.
Hey,
with the back.
What's up, little boy?
With the sandals.
Right,
sandals. Hey, you gonna be out here with your heels out with the linen suit on, with the linen short set.
Hey, at some point, real talk.
Oh, I'm on that right now.
I'm not even tripping, bro. Like
I'm on that right now.
I've been
Jesus sandals.
Well, hey, on the cruise though, B, for real, we need to go back on the cruise. I don't care if the white come and everything like that. Like, we need to plan that sometime soon. Well, sometime.
Hello, I gotta say this real quick. Get in the shot, son. Get over.
Hey, CZ, come here.
Oh, we just doing. We just showing kids off now.
Yeah. Hey, I was gonna say she ain't seen Haley in a while.
Oh, Haley, yeah.
CZ.
So Pete. But let me say this though. So all the fans that's watching on YouTube, they get a chance to check out YouTube. This the guy that make the thumbnails right here. This the guy that make the thumbnails. I have no idea what a thumbnail is.
Big shout outs, my guy. Salute to you.
He say, Dad, what you using to make thumbnails? I say, son, I don't even know what a thumbnail is. He went to his room. He made like 4 thumbnails in a row. I paid him $5 per thumbnail. He's starting to break me because, I ain't got that kind of money
on his price. Hey, go up on your prices, man.
Yeah. So y'all shout out Young Bryce. Shout out Young Bryce. My man holding it down. Y'all want thumbnails for y'all Facebook pages or whatever, for YouTube pages. Y'all holler at me. I get to him. I'm his manager.
Shameless plug.
Hey, I'm cutting the middleman. Hey, Bryson.
I'm just saying.
Talk some numbers with you. Just shoot me your cash app. I got you.
I'm telling you, boy. Yeah. My young gymnast. She just walked through. There she goes. She over there, young. They call her young Simone. Where she from? And my man just got me the money. Let's go.
Oh man.
Oh, how much did I win? Hold on, let me check and see.
Hey man, y'all playing with Brock Purdy, man. Brock Purdy, all right, man.
No, I'm not listening. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback, bro.
He's a game manager.
He's an elite game manager. Let's call him that.
Yeah, I'll say that.
But here's the thing: how elite do you have to be when you got those? You got Christian McCaffrey in the backfield. You got Ayuk on one side. You got Debo on the other side, and you got that defense.
That's
Come on,
ridiculous.
bro. Like you take me back to my prime. I can win the Super Bowl with San Francisco right now.
Yeah.
I can win the Super Bowl with San Francisco right now.
I'm gonna say you take me back to my prime.
To my prime.
Here we go.
Listen to me. I put on. Hey, man, bring the VR headset. Hey, bring the VR headset. I put the VR headset on, and I play the quarterback. I'm running numbers up. Somebody give me the VR headset. I'm running
on the
numbers up.
VR headset.
Come on, bring it to me.
Hey, I think you was doing one of them games where you ready to the wall and put your head.
They're gonna send one crucial blitz to my guy. They're gonna send that dog on outside back off that edge. That's gonna be it.
Right here.
That's gonna be it.
You thought, look at
I'm
it.
take off running with the VR set on.
Hey,
I'm a legend on
wall.
this play. I am a legend.
Hey,
I'm an absolute legend on this VR headset.
Man, get that.
I'm a legend.
Hey, don't forget. Hey, so
he had to hit his head, dog.
I am a legend. Wait a minute.
Hey, Chuck, hit him with
CTE.
Chuck, hit him
with
with
our virtual CTE.
Chuck, what you had mentioned about the movie Live.
Oh yeah. So yeah, he did say we was gonna do a review of the movie
let's go.
Live.
Talk about it.
I'm gonna let y'all go first. Go ahead.
All right, let's go. Let me hit it, man. Cause I did some. I watched that movie very intently. First of all, I'm a huge Kevin Hart fan. I'm a fan of his comedy. I love what he's doing outside of Detroit. They fumbled the bag.
Detroit tripping.
But anyway, so I'm a big fan of Kevin Hart, Heartbeat Productions, everything he's doing. Like to me, he is the kind of the epitome of entrepreneurship right now, as it relates to right off his fingertip. But anyway, I watched the movie. Right, it's a good movie. It was directed by my man F. Gary Gray, my man that did Friday. He does some other projects. He did Set It Off, kind of some of the cult classic fire culture. But I'm watching this movie, right? Well written, well produced, but there's a part of this that's just not. And B, you said it earlier, so I don't really want to take your word. But can I take your word, B? Is it okay?
I guess it's okay this time.
It wasn't believable, bro. It wasn't. It was like, it's like, look, Kevin Hart is very talented, and he's not a bad actor. But it's one of those movies like, bro, you kind of got to stay in your lane. Like there was no comic relief in this movie. Like he played a straight up action hero.
There was some.
Go back. But it wasn't provided by him. That's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, I'll say that. I'll say that.
And that's what I meant. Sorry, I didn't.
I agree with that. No, he had a few moments where it was like, but it was rare.
He played the straight man, the hero lead with the love interest, and the serious action hero.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Fight scenes. And,
you know what I'm saying? He had beating people up. It's like,
my boy Jason Statham out here.
That's just what got me. Like, it's no way that I'm just imagining you 4'3". Like, it's not bad enough. She bigger than you as he is. Y'all out here mixing people up on a plane like that. Like, nah. Go ahead, go back to your review, B. I just had to chime in on that.
No. I'm with you.
I wasn't sold.
I wasn't sold. Yeah, I would say I wasn't sold. I think the plot, it was a good plot. It was shot well. The camera work and everything. The cinematography was great. All that was amazing. But
let me add. Can I add this real quick though? Because I know this young lady's name. And Lord forgive me, ma'am, if you ever see this, and don't crucify me for butchering your name. Guga Mbata Raw. That's her name. I think she's South African. Say, man, she's gorgeous.
10 o'clock. Yeah. So, hey, all we gonna do is see you over there.
I can see it. But peep how real my wife is. She look over. I look at her a couple times. She look at me. She say, "She is pretty." I got a real one, bro. I got a real one.
But on the cool, let's keep it a buck. It's nothing she has to worry about. Like, and just, I don't want to dive too far away from us talking about the movie. But when you are in tune with your partner, you know what I'm saying? Even if they
okay. That's me going. No,
He was waiting on it. I knew he was waiting on.
I was like, hold on, brother. I was like, I thought she was slugging. No, you're right, B. You're absolutely right.
Like I was saying before Charles Barkley interrupted me, when you in tune with your partner, all right, it don't matter if you was to acknowledge that a female or whatever, you like, this is my, let's keep it a buck. You gonna always see someone, or you gonna acknowledge their outer appearance. You gonna see somebody and be like, yeah, they are attractive. But at the end of the day, you know where you going home to. You know you ain't fit to jeopardize that. You know that's not, that is no line being crossed. So I think when you get to a certain point in your life, it's almost like, yeah, if you was to say that another woman is pretty, I know without a doubt, you just pretty much talk about the physical appearance, and you ain't leaving that.
I think you're right in a mature relationship, bro. But a lot of that is built. I've had, but don't get it twisted. I've had insecure moments though, especially early on.
Well, we as men gonna have that way more often. The reason why, because we know that when it comes to men, if you give them an inch, they'll take them out. Like my pops always told me, and I seen it firsthand. I ain't gonna lie to you. My pops always told me, you know what I'm saying, you don't leave your woman at the house with another man. Like you, I don't care what's going on. You just don't like if you don't leave it with, you know what I'm saying. But you know, you just don't leave your woman around another man like that. You dig what I'm saying? And with it, huh?
Yeah, it's
you don't do that. But at the same time, like with that, it's just, if you do that, it's too many. Like, men take those chances. Like, we all know it. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. My past self, I didn't care at all. And if I wanted to shoot my shot, I would shoot my shot. Was I wrong? Yeah, I was wrong. But what? Man, ain't nobody talking about you, bro. Go on somewhere.
I know. I'm saying. I'm
not talking about, like, if it's my partner. My partners, I don't like. I never took that. I never took that foot right there. But if it's somebody I didn't know, or if it was somebody I didn't like, all right, I'll bet you I would have shot my shot.
I'm guilty. I've done that before. I specifically did that with somebody I didn't like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if it's somebody you don't like you ain't gonna care. And that's the thing about it. Women, on the other hand, they don't really too much get caught up in that, because they know that men have a tendency. They all just pretty much think about the benefits of themselves. So you know
what, I'm also
gonna play the long game though, and men understand that. Like, a man, like if he get an inch and he know he got an opening, or he knows that.
Oh, you mean they never go? Okay.
Yeah, or like the line ain't completely cut, or like he puts himself in a position. Like if a man puts his woman in that position, or if a man puts himself in a certain position, then he understand. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I misunderstood what you were saying, because I would argue that women, when it comes to infidelity, are much more cerebral than men. Because men are. Oh, I think so. Men are more when it comes to infidelity. Men are more carnal. Men are more carnal. It's like, hey man, let me get in, get off, and bust a move and roll around. Most men. I think women are a lot more cerebral and have a process for their for that sneaking and deaking.
Yes, but I also think that women get away with it more because men aren't going to say anything. Women, if they get emotional enough, they'll say, "Oh, this happened." Like a man, like I said, he'll play the long game and not say a word and be silent about it, and just whatever. I think that's why women get away with it more. I seen something that said there was a study, and it said 70% of women married or in long-term relationships already have a backup plan.
Yeah.
They know who the next person up is.
Who the next one is?
Yes, 70%, and they keep the door open, and they keep a connection with them because of that.
I believe it.
That's why I said, like, if the door isn't completely closed, then it's open.
And that's why, you know, my father gave me great advice. You know what I'm saying? If it ever leave you, or if they ever go out, or they step outside, or whatnot, you find out it never was yours.
It was never.
That's the reason why I never been hesitant to let it go. Before that was an answer, I believe in letting it go.
Yeah.
What?
You don't know nothing about. See, we talked about that the last episode. You don't know nothing about Frozen. Frozen. Actually,
like Elsa, man. Like that was a bar, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. No, I get it.
B
that was very
ain't
clever.
never caught the
He
balls I
missed it.
gave, man. Like he ain't never
No,
caught
that
balls.
was no.
I've been giving
Yeah,
free game for a long time, and he ain't
we,
never
bro,
catch.
Frequently overhead
we didn't,
projector.
You know what I'm
we
saying?
didn't watch. Wait, time out. Not that he just plugged his out. Not that he just plugged his own bars. Not that he just
called himself handsome 47 times.
No, I did do that.
And I played that music and I'm wrong.
I did do that. Say freaking overhead projector.
That was a bar.
Yeah, I can dig it. But no, we don't. But we don't. We didn't watch Frozen. We watched Frozen when it came out, and it was like my daughter. She just wasn't into Frozen. Like we watched. She just wasn't. But you know, my daughter likes. I'm not saying it's not.
Frozen classic, bro.
The first one was pretty good. The second one's trash.
Yeah, second one wasn't. I ain't like second one.
My daughter likes Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, check this out, bro.
Lilo and Stitch.
I heard somebody say something, and I thought it was interesting. They said no movie series should go over 3. No movie series that has had over 3 should have went over 3. What do you think about that?
I disagree.
Which one? Name one.
Star Wars.
Okay, besides Star Wars.
You said name one.
Okay, Star Wars maybe.
Star Wars is, bro, I became a Star Wars groupie. You know when Disney Plus first came out. You know when stuff first come out, everybody knew to get it.
Yeah, everybody.
So the first thing I did was I said, I want to see what the hype is all about. I watched all 9 episodes, and it was like, but the story, the
storyline crazy.
The genius of it, bro. You write this back in the 70s. You write the prequel in the late 90s, and the story, it just lines up. Like, bro, it's crazy. Like, yeah. But I think with most, let me see.
Most, you got to end them after 3. Most of them.
Going past the trilogy. Well, what are some movies that have gone past trilogies, though? I mean, you got...
The Bournes. You got the Bourne series. You got Harry Potter. You got Rocky. Harry Potter is one. Harry Potter is one I would be like, yeah.
The Rockies fell off. The Rockies fell off.
Fast and Furious, no.
Time out. The Rockies fell off on number 5 when they had the Tommy dude.
You think it should have went past Rocky 3?
No, Drago, bro. Drago is the one that got me invested. Like, yes, that really is. Like Rocky 4 was a classic. Rocky 5 sucked. And then for some reason they had them fighting Antonio Tarver. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, Antonio Tarver. That's when they fell all the way out. That's when they fell out. Fast and Furious, hey, man, maybe 5.
Let me say this. Shout out to my. I gotta say this. Shout out to my kinfolk if he ever see this. Avon Jordan. He called this a long time ago. My cousin, he's a gearhead. He loves muscle cars. My uncle, same way. Like, they work on muscle cars. He said this like 3 or 4 years ago, before the movie came out. He said, B, I can't get with this movie no more because it's not about what it was originally about. It wasn't about the 6 or the 4-second mile. He said, B, I guarantee you, in a couple of years, they're gonna have this team go into space somehow. And I'd be doggone if the very next movie these fools find a way to get to space.
It was foil paper.
Man, with foil paper and a Fiesta. With a Fiesta and foil paper, they are in space. And duct tape.
Duct tape.
It blew my mind.
That's the funniest thing ever, bro.
But bro, it blew my mind the foresight that my kinfolk had. I was like, bro, are you Negro Domus? He saw that.
Nuts, bro.
That's crazy.
That's nuts.
But you're right. I can't get with after somebody said after Tokyo Drift they kind of fall off.
Yeah, after Tokyo Drift.
I kind of like the action of some of the ones afterward, but they just got a little too far fetched for me, though.
Hey, what
Tokyo
I
Drift was okay.
Trilogies? Because
my bad. So I was saying, like, all the movies of all the movies that have, should they have went past trilogies? All the movies that have went past trilogies, should they have?
Yes, they should have. I wish the Matrix continue on.
Yeah, Matrix.
The Matrix is people hate on the Matrix. The Matrix is a cluster, and I ain't gonna lie to you. The new one that came out, I low key was digging that one too.
I didn't see that.
Hey, say, hey, you remember we used to go to the movies? I remember we gang up and go to the movies and go watch that, man.
Yeah. I think that was the Matrix 3.
Mm-hmm.
It was me, you, Shot-Town, a couple of girls from PV, kind of our whole little squad. Chuck, that's when you decided to live away from us. You didn't want to be with us no more. That's all right. You was out
off
there.
campus thugging.
My man had his own house.
I was in Hockley.
Shout
out to Hockley.
Yeah, Kidfo was, Kidfo
high side. Boy got that high side.
Shout out to Hockley.
Lavish.
But you know what's crazy? Like at PV right now, like it's so commercial right now at PV. It's crazy. When last time you been to PV?
I ain't been.
There's some years,
bro. So I go. So a couple years ago, I took Bryce out to a baseball game. The new stadium is dope. First off, the new baseball stadium has a turf infield, my boy. They are all turf at PV right now. Like PV that came up so much since we went to PV, bro. You remember how when we used to come from the dorm, we would walk across the football field to get to practice.
Yeah.
We would go to the sweat box to go live and then go to the field, bro.
They got weight room now, huh?
Football, bro. It's a football stadium. That's what I'm telling y'all. This year we need to make a trip.
We need to make a trip.
Get together. We need to
bro.
That's
see,
why you coach.
Yeah,
you in the thick.
You need to retire. You need to retire, bro. It's time. So we gonna do a grown man activity.
Hey,
I'm serious.
We could shoot a podcast at homecoming. You
need to go into administration and tell, hey man, I'm gonna be the AD.
Say hello.
And that way you ain't gotta go to all the games, and then we can get some of these grown man activities. So I'm telling you, we need to tailgate. ZZ, what's up, man? Oh, can I say that?
Yeah, you can.
I know I said it. Hey, ZZ. Hey, go. I like them bees in your head.
Me too.
Yeah, man. I remember
right there. ZZ, yo, I think you
hey, bro, take that ghetto bonnet off your head. Like,
ghetto bonnet.
Look like
Leave my bonnet alone.
Boy, you like a ghetto chef back there.
Ghetto chef.
Y'all
stupid.
I'm just
See that bonnet?
I'm just playing, baby. You look gorgeous.
Hold on.
You gonna get a chance? We're gonna get a chance on that.
Am I allowed to press charges? My wife is students at me.
She protecting her daughter, man.
Am I allowed to press charges?
You need to give it back to her so she can do it again.
Straight up. She hit you this time.
I just bought my baby girl those bonnets. I just ordered them. You know, so she get my hair pretty, man. I just mess with my baby.
Hey, ZZ, come put me that pink do-rag on that counter.
Oh, man. All right. What we talking about? We talking about, homecoming. We got to do that. At some point.
We got to shoot.
At some point,
we got to shoot an episode of Homecoming.
At some point. I mean,
that would be epic.
I mean, at some point, but Homecoming is only one time a year. Like,
that's what I'm saying. That would be epic.
If we're going to do it, we need to do it this next time.
Or we just need to take a trip up to PV. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
explore
right down the street.
Explore the campus. That's what I'm saying.
PV right down the street. Matter of fact, I gotta
catch a game. We could catch a game.
I gotta take my oldest boy up there anyway because he want to tour the campus.
Season about to start anyway, right? Baseball season about to start.
Hold on, both of y'all talking. I don't know.
I ain't hear what you said.
No, I was just saying, with it being on a Saturday, I should be able to make it.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all play, y'all play like Thursday, Friday. Like we should, like Saturday. As a matter of fact, we'll do it early too. We'll go down there like 9, set up. That way we can shoot the podcast and then get into some grown folks activity.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm real talk. I got a what they call it? I got a tent. I got a table. I got a hotspot. We can bring the hotspot down for the internet. We'll make sure we got at that time. Everybody bring their laptop if we need that, and we should. And we'll see if we can find like some portable mics, bro. That should be light work, dog.
Yeah, that's right.
Look here, man. That'd be fun.
On location.
On location. By that time, we get the viewership up. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Y'all know how it go.
Some shorts or something. And
you know what I'm saying?
Like that activities.
You know what I'm saying?
Clean that back up.
Let's keep keep it rolling. We gotta get ready. To close out in a little bit. So let's finish up. Chuck, how you been, dog? What you got?
Hey man, so I know B wanted to touch on real quick. We might not might not be able to cover this in full, but just talking about males or mentors in our lives that had an impact on our lives outside of our fathers, uh, and just black men that, or men in general that really affected our lives and kind of pushed us in a positive direction.
I like that. That is a good one. Let me ask you, y'all want to say that for the next one, or y'all want to tackle that right now?
Let's touch on it. I say we can touch on it and we can expand on it in the next one.
Bet. All right, so I tell you what, I give you my couple, right? And this is other than our fathers, right? Because that's or our father figures.
And we're going to continue on because, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm going to give y'all what I got just off the dome. And then when we come back, we can kind of dive a little bit more into it.
Right, right.
He
I'm
gonna
with
act
that.
like he gonna act like he just ain't interrupt me just right there. Like I had to say those.
I was just
Like I
throwing
had to
that
say
out there.
like I had to say those. Like I had to say those exact words though. You know what I'm saying?
I
Sorry,
didn't
B.
even.
I still love you,
He
my boy.
interrupted.
I still love you, my boy.
Was
So
he
so this thing
interrupted?
for me, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna give you just three,
Mm.
and I'm gonna give you a couple names so they'll be all right. All right, I got two cousins that I looked up to growing up that kind of impacted the way I approach life, right? On from two different aspects. My big cousin Dominique, one of the greatest baseball players I've ever seen in my life. Like my goal in life was to be better than him because I would watch how good he was. I say, you know what? Oh yeah, I like he's good. I guarantee you, I can be better. Like, cause I was just, but he was a dog. He was an absolute dog. He ain't no taller than me. He's a lot thinner than me. Uh, he's like in the record books for home runs at the JUCO level. My boy hit a bomb in the JUCO World Series with a separated shoulder. One of the fastest dudes I've ever met in my life. One of the strongest arms. Like as it related to baseball, he was what I wanted to be, and I wanted to be better at some point. So he kind of impacted my approach to athletics. And then my other big cousin, Avon, one of the smartest dudes I know, one of the most cerebral guys I know. He's and honestly, he's gonna laugh when I say this. Like he's the one that I always compared myself most to, and I would always fight him. Like he's the only person. He's the only person in my life that's ever beat me up. And I've been in several fights. He's the only person who has ever beat me up. Right. And so I kind of grew up kind of challenging him all the time. But it was really me looking up to him. Right. He's one of those guys he thought about everything he did. He was super smart. And so I kind of that's one of the things I took away from him, right? Just being somebody who thought about the process of things before actually doing them. And then I really can't name one, but like all my uncles at some point like taught me valuable lessons, whether they be good or bad, right? Like they at some point just sitting back and watching, some of my uncles struggle with addictions, watching some of them struggle with crime, watching some of them succeed in life and be able to take care of everything they need to, and then seeing others, overcome those addictions, overcome that lifestyle, and become successes in life. Just kind of watching them move. Those are the people probably closest to me that I would probably say impacted me the most outside of my dad. Because those are the people I was around a lot growing up. So uncles, cousins, and I gave a few by name. So what y'all got?
You got to be.
Well, I mean, if I had to say just giving people just growing up, because I got a couple of different instances. Or we just talk about just people that, as far as
It could be anybody in general,
yeah.
coaches,
that,
uncles, family, or whomever, mentors, whatever the case.
my
Somebody
bad, I
bust
just
that.
had to talk to my daughter real quick. But just
Black
growing
dad duties.
yeah, pretty much. Just growing up, I mean, I can relate to B. I'm not gonna get a chance to dive too far into it, but most definitely my uncles. My uncle Walter. He was pretty much the uncle in the family that make you laugh. You know what I'm saying? So if I had to say when it comes to having a sense of humor, always joking and stuff like that, just kind of watching him, that was kind of a personality that I took on myself to, make situations light and just joke and just laugh with people, you know what I'm saying? Not to mention, I ain't even gonna talk about that. I ain't gonna throw that story out there, but with me, I say that I keep that as a family story. But my uncle Jamie D, I used to go down there and kick it with my kinfolk Key all the time. It would be me, him, and BJ. We'll always go down there, and he was the uncle that gave me free range to go out and kind of explore.
Now
And
live life.
yeah, when I was
Yeah.
around my mom's, she kind of overseen and wouldn't let me just go out there and just get out there because she kind of knew how I was. But my uncle Jamie D, when I went down there, he kind of let me have free range, but at the same time, if he rode around in that blue truck and we was too far on them bikes, he'll tell us to get our ass back home.
Mm-hmm.
My Uncle Billy Ray, of course, you know what I'm saying? My Uncle Billy Ray, I used to go around, that BJ daddy, I used to go around them all the time and everything. And used to go to Locksburg and go kick with his side of the family. And, that was the first time I really went to an outside family other than my own. And they embraced me as if I was their family, you know what I'm saying? Uh, Shout out to Locksburg, because they really became extended family of mine. As far as just growing up, I had to say Pastor Hendricks, just going to Sunday service, and I still watch his Sunday service online on Facebook to this day. And I value his word and his messages that he have. He's the reason why I really just got into church, and I used to attend Wednesday night service and go to church on Sundays. It got to the point of why my mother grew us up in church, but eventually I wanted to go on my own. I used to Sister Sand and Pastor Hendricks, they always had great messages. They always related as far as the word and to what we was going through and what we was experiencing at that moment in time and what we was going to eventually see. And, I had to say my kinfolk, Ken, K Dot, you know, Ken pretty much gave me
Shout
my
out
whole
Ken.
swag.
Shout out
Yeah,
Ken.
shout out
Yeah,
Canada.
you know what I'm saying? Like the whole vibe, you know what I'm saying? The whole mentality, I talk about music all the time, but I picked up, as far as freestyling and doing that around him. You know what I'm saying? I got the love of music from my pops, but actually having the confidence to get out there and freestyling and just embrace music and to make music, I kind of got that from him because he was that big cousin that was like a big brother for me. But just to dive into the coaching aspect, the professional aspect, is two individuals in my lifetime. I could say three because Mr. Huff actually gave me my opportunity in this profession. But the two that gave me the most advice when it came to professional coaching, I had to say Coach Birdsong and Coach Rollins. You know what I'm saying? Coach Bird gave me my opportunity, when nobody else would give me an opportunity. And he actually listened to what I was saying. And, through him, I knew that, you know, I was meant for it. You know what I'm saying? On all levels, that I could coach on all levels. I used to second guess myself at first when I started in the career, but just being out there and talking with him and being able to coach on the varsity and the JV level. He was it was one time where he sat down in the game and told me to stand up and coach, and I was coaching the varsity game and directing them boys, and we were still running the smooth and it was all good. And Coach Rollins, he was the first one because y'all know who I am, and I was at one point, I wouldn't say a hothead, but
I would.
well, in the coaching aspect, I wasn't a hothead, but
The
I was
coaching
more,
aspect.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I just didn't like
Be clear, sir. Be
yeah,
clear.
in the coaching aspect, I wasn't a hothead, but when it came to the refs, the refs, the refs get it tough. They get it tough, and I didn't make it easy for them at all.
Word,
And
word.
Coach Rollins always told me that you are a business. Like how you present yourself, how you conduct yourself, how you talk, you are a business, you are a brand. So
Right.
the brand that you exhibit, the brand that you show, that's the brand and the business that you selling. So those words, they stuck with me, in this profession. So that's the reason why when it comes to just being in this profession, being mindful of what I say and do and being mindful how I move. And I kind of got all that from them. So those are men in my life that I've been around, whether it's growing up and being around them, whether it's being in this profession, to where they actually shape some way, form, or fashion of myself and my career on how I move to this day.
That's dope. That is
Dope.
dope.
Yeah, myself, I have
My bad, Chuck. One more. My bad.
Oh
Hold
yeah,
on. My
go
bad. One
ahead,
more.
turn up.
I gotta give him a mention to Weatherall. Mr. Weatherall, man. Cedric Weatherall. Hey, listen to me. I'm just gonna say this right here. All right. It was times to where I wanted to go left, but he told me what was right. And I was gonna leave it at that. And I'm talking about within my profession. It was times I wanted to go left, and he told me to go right. And when I went right, I was good. It was one time I went left, and I'll never take it back. And I went back and told him, I say, man, I tried to do what you said, but it just didn't work. But I had the weather around, man. Like, he's another one that, kind of kept me grounded. And you know what I'm saying, as far as my career as well. But that's it.
Real. That's real. That's real.
That's real. It's dope. Me, I think like you were saying, B. Lou, like I got a lot of uncles that kind of impacted me, like gave me a lot of jewels, and I kind of was able to watch the things that they overcame, the stuff that they kind of went through as men, and the struggles they went through, and how they navigated it. I think that kind of helped me. I like you were saying, I have an uncle that battled addiction, lost everything due to his addiction, and got it all back. I got even cousins. I got a lot of cousins that I look up to. Like my big cousin Ray Ray. Like, I know I, was incarcerated and got out and handled his business and discharged parole. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't know a lot of people who get out of prison and completely make a change and then discharge parole. Like, that's kind of something you don't really hear about a lot. So, like, looking at, that's just one example. I have, a bunch of examples, but I have a lot of cousins who went through stuff like that and showed me kind of an example of, even when you're in situations like that, you can still push through and get to the other side. I had a few coaches along the way, but I think a coach, my little league coach, Coach Keys, like, this man used to pick me up and take me to practice on the other side of town, bro. Every day or every time we go to practice, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so me learning, like, teaching me how to be an athlete, like teaching me work ethic and teaching me how to have that mentality, that dog mentality where keep going. I had another coach, Nate Jones. He came during my senior year in high school. And for some reason, like, well, I ain't gonna say for some reason, I guess he seen potential in me to where he keep me after practice. He made me come to practice early, and I always got an extra work. He was just like, he asked me, what are your goals? I told him what my goals was, and he did everything he could to try and push me there. Like, so I remember when I was a senior in high school and I found out I couldn't play ball no more because of my medical condition or whatever, he had asked me what schools I was interested in. And I told him, I gave him a few schools. LSU was on the list. So, long story short, we had a Thursday game. I got injured. I wasn't at school Friday. There was a scout from LSU at the school looking for me, trying to, I guess, talk to me about, or recruit or whatever the case. But after that game, I found out I couldn't play anymore, but he was still in contact with the scout. So on the day that I found out I couldn't play anymore, like, it was like, he could tell I was crushed about it. So man took me to his house and he showed me a FedEx package that had a tape in it. And it had like official sticker and everything from LSU where he was going to send my game tape out that day. Yeah. But I ended up getting hurt. So, like, just that, he rode me around, talked to me about life or whatever. But that really impacted me a lot because I was going through, like, you know what I'm saying? That, like, I
I
put
feel like
everything into being an
yeah,
athlete, and
yeah,
then it just get cut off. So somebody having your back during a situation like that, and kind of putting things in perspective is important.
right.
And so as a mentor, he's probably one of my most important mentors. But I did have a lot of cousins, a lot of uncles who kind of pushed me in a direction. You know, even once they seen that I was inclined athletically, they was like, okay, I'm gonna push you towards that. Even though they could have pushed me towards a lot of other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Wait, it's an emotional episode, bro.
Hey man, it's
Yeah,
deep, bro.
Hey, I feel like it's another good one, even though all our conversations are always great. And here's the crazy part about it is they getting these conversations right here, man. If we was actually to dive into the stories that we got at Prairie View, man,
Girl.
man, like we could
we
turn
get
this into we could
we
actually have a
get
TV show. We could do a movie,
we
bro.
get we get
We got a lot
sued.
of great stories.
We
Yeah,
get if we went too far in depth, we get sued.
So what?
yeah. We went too far in depth. A lot of things can happen.
We get sued.
That's why you know some characters have different names and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what
Hey,
that is.
So
all right. So what's up? We ready to wrap?
yeah, we can wrap
Yeah.
it up,
All right.
man.
I tell you what. So I decided not. Yeah, I decided on this one. I guess I could have talked to y'all about it, but whatever. It's okay. I like when we ended the last one with a word of the day. So I kind of want to make that a regular thing. Whenever we shoot an episode, we just shoot a word of the day out there, kind of uplift the people. We don't know what everybody's going through, and we
No,
want to always
bring it to me. Pussy.
encouraging to try to be a blessing to folks, man. So
Wait a minute. Come here.
I'm I'm gonna let B finish, my man. Where
Thank,
he at? There you
thank,
go.
What's
say what's
up,
up,
man?
man?
What's up, guy?
You gonna say hello? Say hi.
What's up, big man?
Say
What's
hi.
up, man?
Say hello. You ain't gonna say
What's up,
hello?
big dog?
You
Better
said
go get.
nope.
Yeah,
Look
he
at
better
he
go.
want his
He can't
he
hear you.
want his tablet and his chicken nuggets. Leave my man alone.
Straight up.
Nah, he got
Tablet and
Yeah.
chicken nuggets.
potatoes and soup and all that, man.
That
Hey,
sounds
it's
that sounds
dino
good
nuggets
too.
out here.
With the
That
Kool-Aid.
sounds
My
good
man
too.
B, I didn't mean to interrupt your word today,
No,
but
you good.
I so y'all
Hey
can see
man,
him and everything.
look at we introducing our kids today, man. My oldest, he don't come out that room, so I don't know where he at. But yeah, man, we want to make sure we end every episode with positive word, man. So I was doing a little research and I came across this verse, Isaiah 40:31. But those that wait on the Lord shall have new strength. They will mount up like
Yes.
wings. I'm sorry, like wing. They will mount up like eagles with
Wings is
wings. Yes,
running out be
Lord.
weak.
They shall run and not get weary. They shall
Walking off
walk and not faint. Right. So, with that being said, folks, know where your strength comes from, and know that anything you need, any obstacles you face, all things are possible through Christ, through God. And if you don't know where your strength comes from, if you're unsure, then we're gonna tell you to seek His face and tap into the source, folks. With that being said, go out, conquer the day. I am at Mr. Nulu, 133 Black Dad. It has been an absolute pleasure to kick it with my boys to discuss life and all things Black Dad related. With that being said, folks, at Mr. Nulu.
Yo, yeah, signing off 130 to 3 Black Dads. Chucky sings the blues. Hey, it's been a pleasure, man. It's been dope kicking it with my brothers. We thank all of y'all for tuning in. We ask y'all to like, share, and subscribe, and continue to follow us as we grow.
And you already know, LB, better known as Mac. Y'all can call me Coach Mac. You hear me what I'm saying? LB 903 King. Check me out at TikTok. It's always great talking and getting a chance to have these moments with my brothers and everything. And I look forward to many more episodes and more y'all tuning in, liking, sharing, subscribing to the page because that's necessary because these conversations are only going to get better. Wait till we go live.
Yeah, it's
Wait
going to
till
be
we go.
crazy.
Bro, B been pushing live for like the last month, bro.
Wait till
Hey,
we
so
go.
help us get our followers up so
My
we
boy
can
hit me
go
once a week.
live.
My boy hit
Wait
me
till
once a
we,
week.
Yeah, man, listen
We
to
gotta
me.
go
Y'all
live.
have to subscribe. Y'all have to subscribe because I'm telling you, once we go live and y'all get a chance to interact with us, y'all gonna love these conversations even more.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
trying
true.
to tell you, y'all gonna love them
True
even more.
story.
Man, P, appreciate the word of the day, Chuck. Man, I
Hey,
appreciate you.
Patreon
You
too,
know what I'm
man. Hey, follow us on Patreon, man.
saying? Patreon, TikTok,
We got
Instagram.
Patreon?
I thought we did have a Patreon.
We do? I don't know. Who said
Guess
that?
what?
You
If we
started a
told you,
Patreon.
Did I start? I don't remember.
You said
All
a
right.
Patreon, bro.
I got
So I plug a Patreon that he started and don't know we got.
I gotta put it in the bio. All right, well, so I know. My
Well, we got to
bad.
get a Patreon now.
My
If we
bad.
ain't got one.
hey, if we
All
ain't
right,
got
beloved.
you one.
Yeah, straight up.
One last time, beloved. We out this thing, man. We love y'all. Peace out. Hey, Chuck, shout out to my man Chuck for hosting the first time.
You did?
My man Dennis Thug Fizzle.
No, tell me.
My man Dennis Thug Fizzle, man. That's
Hey,
what's up, bro.
the Barry White of H-Town, I'm telling you,
You
that's
know
what
what I'm
it is.
Hey,
saying?
man,
We
how
getting
about
it
Barry
you,
White
man?
of
We getting
H-Town.
it in.
How
All right, so
about you?
I'm about to stop recording because y'all just talking nonsense on me. All right.
You talking about nonsense, Chuck?